Hello, Scorpions. Here's your weekly horoscope for February 21 to February 27. Well, last week was pretty horrible, wasn't it? We had Saturn make its very exact square to Uranus last week. And well, one of the symptoms of that we saw was some very horrible weather in North America, leaving some people in some very serious crisis in some parts of the continent. Well, I'm happy to say that things should be a lot better this week for a number of reasons. I know for many of the previous videos and the write-ups on my website, I've expressed some concern for Scorpio because of this Saturn-Uranus square and other Aquarius planets. Aquarius and Scorpio, while you're both fixed signs, but, well, your natures are pretty different. So you can get into conflict with Aquarius planets or the sign, and neither one of you will budge. So similar to this Saturn and Aquarius and Uranus and Taurus square that we have, it can be quite troublesome. But the good news is a few things. First of all, Mercury's not retrograde anymore. This one was a real dilly for a lot of people. Usually minor stuff, but you know, when minor frustrations begin to rack up, it gets a little bit hard to take, and you start to think, when am I going to catch a break? As well, with all these Aquarius squares to Aquarius for your solar chart, that could be within the family. And you know, family is usually very dear to all of us, but it is especially for Scorpio. You may not always tell your family you love them, but believe me, they know it because they know that you're always there for them when you need. Now, you are a sign that believes in tough love. So do I, by the way. But this week, we have a few things moving into Pisces. First of all, we had the Sun move into Pisces last week. The Venus in Aquarius that's presently squaring Mars now, and until Wednesday, it's going to be moving into Pisces. And the planet Neptune rules Pisces. And my point is, Pisces is a sign that is very kind to Scorpio. Pisces has an ability for Scorpio to kind of wash away some of your darker qualities, your darker side. Well, first of all, Scorpio usually has a lot of the same values as Pisces and their fellow water sign Cancer. But whereas Pisces and Cancer may gently go after some of the things they want, Scorpio can be a little bit ruthless in going after what they want. And I'll tell you one thing, if you threaten a Scorpio's family, you'll find out how strong they are. They can be very, very protective of family like Capricorn. But what is good about Pisces with Scorpio is it softens some of your rougher edges. Pisces and its ruling planet Neptune is very relative to your sign and your ruling planet Pluto, because both Neptune and Pluto deal with darker, deeper psychology. But there's also a great connection to faith and spirituality, the universe, God, whatever you term the higher power, doesn't matter to me. But when Scorpio is very connected to spirit, that's where they really do well. And I find funny sometimes that some Scorpios who might insist they're atheists or they don't even believe in God or whatever, they still can be some pretty good people. Now, we often hear about Scorpio having bad qualities of being vindictive and whatever, but yeah, you threaten a Scorpio and you might regret it. But beneath that is a very good person, usually with a very kind heart, that is capable of taking care of a lot of people. As I said, your family knows when they need somebody, they're going to come to you usually because they know you'll be there for them. That's if you're not in your tough love mode. But the good news is Pisces softens your heart so much more. You admire Pisces because I think you see in them the gentle side that they have that you sometimes, it's just not natural for you to be so soft and vulnerable and gooey. You're not vulnerable. You don't like to show your vulnerability. Let's put it that way. So Scorpio gravitates towards Pisces energy because they have it. They just don't know how to bring it up from below the underworld that Pluto and Scorpio rules. You just don't know how to sometimes bring that up to the surface. So Pisces helps you do that. So when the Sun moves into Pisces, and as we have Venus moving into Pisces while Neptune is already there, you're going to find you'll feel probably a lot softer this week. Now, the good news for that is it might bring out some of your creative or artistic abilities. It might just bring out your wisdom. Again, your ability to care for other people might be further strengthened this week. So that's a very good thing. I like to see when Scorpio taps into their softer side because it really is a wonderful thing when you do. With Mars squaring Venus this week, though, there's still relationships, there's still people in conflict, at least to the middle part of the week. The Saturn-Uranus square that I've talked about in fixed signs and how it negatively affects Scorpio, well, it's there too, off and on all year. But as I said, the good news is with some of the Pisces season energy that we have, with Venus moving in there and with the Sun in Pisces, it does help bring out better qualities for you this week. And I think that you'll have a better week ahead because of that. As well, your ruling planet Pluto is in a sign, the sign of Capricorn, which is often confused for Scorpio because you're very similar, you two signs. Scorpio is reticent, Capricorn is taciturn. You're both very strong and you both bury a lot of some of your best qualities. So again, you're often misjudged because of that. But your ruling planet Pluto is in a trine aspect to your former ruler Mars. Some astrologers still say Mars rules Scorpio. To me, it feels to be much more associated with Aries alone. But the good news is with Mars in your opposite sign of Taurus making this very positive aspect to your ruling planet, boy, does that give you a boost of strength, endurance, and energy just when you need it. You know, you're not invulnerable. Sometimes you think you are. You have feelings, you have emotions, and sometimes you can get knocked down. That's why you have your faith and your spirituality, because that's what helps reconnect you. But the good news is this Mars-Pluto trine in Earth helps you come up from the underground, helps you be more firmly on your feet, feeling better about yourself and all the people in your life. So any relationship issues or crises, there's a great potential for them to be resolved this week. If you've had any ill health, oh boy, there's nothing like a Mars-Pluto trine to help strengthen you again. So all in all, I think, Scorpio, you'll probably find it's going to be a much better week this week than last week, and I certainly hope that it does. Have a great week ahead.